Cucumbers and squash are about ready to plant now. They are ready to plant. Just have to find a place for them in the garden. We've got a couple peppers that died from sitting in the water after that heavy rain. So we might put them there, put a couple cages up. Something was eating my uchoi, so I dusted it with diatomaceous earth, which is edible. Hopefully that will work. And there's the onions. Tried to thin the carrots a little bit yesterday, but gonna have to wait till they get a little bigger. I don't think I need to thin the spinach quite yet, but the lettuce needs to be thinned so that it can grow into bigger heads. So I'll just come down here, pull this off, tear off the roots, put it in the bowl and take it in and wash it and spin it. So this is what it looks like right now. See what it looks like when I'm done thinning. These didn't come up so great, so they will not need to be thinned, at least not yet. Okay, not a whole lot of lettuce, enough to make maybe a tiny little salad. And this is what they look like when they're thinned. I'll have to thin them again probably next week. I might throw a few spinach leaves in there with the salad. Stan thinned the red beets a few days ago, so I don't need to do that. I think this is the kind, well, I guess all red beets, you could eat the leaves too if you wanted. Some are grown especially for their leaves. These are grown more for their roots. And my yellow wax beans finally came up, just as good as the others. We have problems with some of the tomatoes and peppers over there. That heavy rain kind of gave some yellow leaves. We'll see if they come out of it. Hopefully they will. Corn has grown quite a bit. You can see how tall it is by now. And the cabbages, not quite. Yeah, this one's starting to curl around to try to make a head, and this one is too. The seedless concord are starting to make their flowers, whatever you call those. It's going to turn into grapes, so I do need to spray them with copper or something like that, because they tend to get a black rot really easily. And I think the scented geranium is finally coming out of that hard freeze. Once it gets enough green leaves, I'll pick off these ugly brown ones. And the little butterfly weed too, it hurt it quite a bit, but again, it has new growth on it, so might just set it behind a bit. The Italian parsley, on the other hand, is doing great, doing really good. The sage hasn't taken off quite so much, and the rosemary that I really would like to have is still pretty much a tiny little thing. I was happy to see that I had some dill coming up volunteer. Give it a head start, because the dill I planted, oh, there's another one. There's another one. The dill I planted, I mean, I think it's dill. I could pull one up and smell it. That's gotta be, that's where I put it. Looks like the anthill is right over it. And this oregano from last year's huge bush. I think this is a different kind this year. Seems to be little, look at that. That's a really bright leaf and tall, and this seems to be crawling on the ground more. It's a little bit more purplish. And of course the thyme from last year is a pretty little bush that attracts a lot of bees. And this is this year's thyme. My lavender did not bloom at all last year, and it looks like I'm going to get some blooms this year. I'm happy about that. So he's just chilling right here on the outside of our shed. Doesn't seem to be bothered at all by me being here. I guess he's a Memorial Day decoration. We have a lot of bumblebees out here right now on the blueberries. What kind of bee is this? I don't actually recognize it. It does like my thyme blossoms though.